People, thank you so much for joining us. This is another lovely episode. This is what we're going to do, and I'm going to pass it over to. I'm going to pass it over to my partner, co-host, whatever you want to call him. Now, what we're doing is nobody cares about what I'm talking about.
You know,
actually, you're wrong. London care about what I'm
London is almost on the lockdown, semi-lockdown. You know, things.
I don't think London is ever going to be on a lockdown.
Oh yeah, like the PM. Clearly, there's somebody that's not following the news. Doesn't listen to the PMs, daily, updates.
They chat a lot of nonsense. Why should I listen to them?
Okay.
The most important thing is what you should pay attention to, which is take care of yourself.
Which is the fact that he's gonna pay your salary if you stay at home, 90% of your salary if you stay at home.
Some of us aren't really into that work life like that. So it's only if you're NHS and all that kind of stuff. And
they have to go to work. They don't get the NHS people don't get it.
No. The nurses and doctors have to go, but the clerks they don't have to go. You know what I mean? Because you act like NHS is only just nurses and doctors.
The support work, nobody cares about. It's like football.
Nobody. That's the people.
Who knows the physios at the football club? Who knows the kit man?
Yeah, but that's the people the government is going to pay their salaries. Though.
No, he's paying everybody, not just them. Everybody in the country that works. 90%. Up to if you get more than up to 5K or something like that of your salary, Like if you get more than 5K a month, then you screwed that.
Oh, so then if your company does pay you,
if your company does pay you, then it's fine. But like some people, they're only entitled to sick pay, which is like £94 what's it called, a month? No, for £94 a week. So
they just dipping into the tax.
Of course,
they're just giving you back.
But the point is,
but that's good though.
Yeah, but
hold on.
I was gonna say that. Like, imagine
if you do not get paid by the government, I'm talking about the UK now.
Yeah.
Do they give you a tax rebate of some sort? Like, did they ease off on the tax? Like the tax that you pay for the month throughout the period you in isolation? They go, if your company is paying you, and you know that
no, because it's still gonna take our tax back.
Yeah, but then they're taking your tax and giving it to the people that.
Well, it is what it is.
So you see how that works? Like somebody's still gonna lose, and
nobody's losing because you would have paid tax normally anyway. So what's the problem?
Some people are not paying tax during that period.
Everybody's paying tax.
They're not, because they're getting paid by the government. So the government's not going to take the tax from them, is it?
Yeah, they are. Whatever money you're entitled to, if it's taxable, it's so taxable, isn't it? It's
the government is smart.
It's like, think about it this way.
If the government is smart. So you give me £1,000, but actually you're not giving me £1,000, are you? You give me maybe £700 because £200 go to NI tax and everything.
Okay. Technically, he's giving you free money, isn't it?
It's not. Okay, it's because of coronavirus. So technically, it's not. Technically, the money you're getting is the money that's supposed to come from your
How many countries? Like, let's talk about your country, Nigeria, anyway.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Do you think?
It's cool. Don't do that. I don't go there. It's cool. I get it. Our government officials would like.
I'm grateful.
Our government officials would like to bury money in the burial ground than to give it to everybody that's in isolation because of coronavirus. I get that. That's what you want to go with. I get that. But this is not Nigeria.
This is not Nigeria.
I'm gonna do the opposite of face. This is not Nigeria.
Look how we're living now.
Look how we're living here. Yeah, but I mean, it would be nice if. Do you know what? Actually, if Nigeria decides to do that, people can get $1 million each. Each household can get $1 million each.
I don't even want to think. I know Ghana is putting out what's it called?
They're putting out fire.
100 mil. They're putting $100 million into the. Well, they claim they're going to use $100 million to fight the coronavirus. How they're going to spend that money? Who knows? But
that's such a load of crap. It's amazing.
It makes sense.
The government official if they're gonna
just
find another way to pocket money easily without conversation or nothing. If you haven't spent money to better the country. Now all of a sudden you have $100 million to pump in coronavirus. Plus, how many cases have they reported in Ghana? Please. How many? Is it up to 5,000?
9. No, it's like 9.
Okay, so
9 Africa,
you only have 9. Look at this. Put this in context.
You shut down schools.
Yeah, but wait. You only have 9 cases that have been reported. You've shut down schools.
You shut down schools.
So I don't even want to know how much $100 million is in CDs. I don't even want to know it. No, it does. It does. No. Because the average salary in Ghana is how much?
I know. Like, it depends on what
give me an example. Don't tell me you don't know. All of a sudden you don't know math.
Maybe about 4,000. No, it's not
you
about,
that always say some stuff.
No, you said average, but that's what I'm saying. Are you looking at average as an educated person? You're looking at the average as the majority of the population?
Okay, let's just go with 4,000. How much is 4,000 cities in dollars? Okay, so $200, right? And that 4,000 cedis is like a lot of money, right? Because that's the lecturer's money.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. So 200.
Actually, that's more than that. It's actually 693.
Boy, so
like
4,000 cedis is about 600. And the government want to put $100 million to fight coronavirus. That's been reported. There's only 9 cases in Ghana. The government in UK are not even putting.
We're talking billions. I keep telling you, are not. How much money do you think the chancellor just
1.5 billion?
No, way more than that.
It's 1.5 billion, my guy. Don't 1.15 or something like that. I read the news as well, you know.
Well, I just told you like
$1.5 billion, $1 million pounds. Don't talk about all that. Plus, they're not going to spend everything. Come on now. We all know what the government does.
We're not talking about, how much.
Yeah,
80% of the money that he's willing to pay, but
I'm telling you now. You talk about
350 billion pounds.
Oh yeah, that's different from 1.5 billion. You're right. You're absolutely right. But here's the thing.
The economy.
If Ghana can put how many people hold on. If Ghana can put $100 million to fight coronavirus, then I don't think any government official in Ghana has a podium to stand on as the reason why Ghana is the way it is today.
Yeah, but
I'm telling you this because if you can manage, if you could, in crisis, you produce $100 million to be able to fight a crisis that's not even an epidemic here in your country. Yeah, but you just want to prevent it from happening. So, by my reckoning, even $50 million could do that. All right, even way less than that could do that. Because we're talking about cities. You're not spending dollars.
He's just saying I've allocated this money.
Why?
As you said,
why are you allocating
all the money?
Why are you allocating that? If you can allocate $100 million, and let's go with what you're saying, you're not spending everything. Then why is Ghana the way it is?
What is that going to do? If you fight in crisis,
I'm saying you're the government officials. You actually hold on. You actually have $100 million.
You don't have it. It doesn't necessarily mean.
But it came out.
You could
it came out.
You could have borrowed it. That's what I'm saying. You could have borrowed.
But then
money.
you should have. All right, put it in context.
It's like
I don't want to go into
it's like saying my kid has
here.
been knocked down by a car, and because I can now raise that money to go get my kid fixed in the hospital, why didn't I use that money to already, like, why didn't I use that money already to feed the kid or something like that? If your kid died in a hospital, being
explain
hungry,
that scenario properly and let's decipher it. Because that's now I feel like you're trying to come up with a scenario that kind of fits what I'm saying. So explain your scenario. Let's decipher your scenario.
Let's put it. Okay, if your child is sick, really sick, right, and the hospital wants, let's say. An African hospital. I'm talking about it needs major surgery.
Yeah, because we know in Africa, in Ghana, they holding people hostage in hospital now because they can't pay their bills. We know that, so let's go with that.
You talk as if in Nigeria is not a common thing anyway.
It's a common thing in Nigeria as well. Don't worry about
it. Don't make it like a Ghana thing. Anyway.
But you're talking about Ghana.
Yeah, but let's hold.
You're talking about Ghana.
It's just the way you're trying to
what? This is not Ghana versus Nigeria.
Kind of side job, without getting into the fight.
I'm not even trying to do that, but we could if you want, because I won't side jab you. I would jab you straight away.
There's nothing to jab anyway.
Yeah, because you do one side.
I mean, you're Nigerians, not Ghana is better, but that's not what we're trying to say.
Ghana is better because Ghana is just Lagos. It's just Lagos. Nigeria is like 10 times bigger than Ghana.
It's like that. It's like a fat girl looking at a nice, girl that is not fat.
You sidetrack.
It's only good. You only got good genes.
We could do this if you want, but you sidetrack it. Stay on track.
Whatever you
explain your scenario. A kid get hit by a car.
We're talking about coronavirus and how.
No, actually, we're not talking about coronavirus this year. We're talking about the state of the economy in Ghana and how Ghana could have $100 million, not cedis. Because if you see this, we could say that makes sense. But $100 million to fight coronavirus, but Ghana's economy and state of it is in shambles. Every time we talk about how water, when it rains, it eradicates and erodes sand and stuff. So the government put in $50 million to go, let's fix up these roads and let's make sure everything is all right. But coronavirus come up. That's not an everyday life of people.
Do you know how many people?
Everyday life of people. Do you know how many things that actually affect people? Because all Ghana needs to do right now, which is what they've done.
Ghana if
do you know how many? Do you know how many viruses and diseases kill people in Ghana on a yearly basis?
Because those 90% of them are preventable. 90% of them you could do something about.
Yeah, but this is what they've taken.
So of course,
they've taken precautions. The precautions we've taken is, I mean, we're gonna get into it anyways. The precautions taken is like people are isolating themselves now. I mean, I don't think I would ever see the day which I'm seeing now, where churches is just shut down. I never thought I would see that anywhere in Africa, but it seems to be like people actually respecting that. Do you know what I mean? Where they're staying home because they've seen how serious it is.
Well, it's not everybody that's doing that, but like,
yeah, but most people.
Pastor did get arrested, for serving a church,
and I appreciate that. I think that's incredible.
And his church, but the church members did not appreciate.
Who cares? I think that's incredible.
They were out there,
I don't care about those
raining
people.
like prayer curses on the police.
Yeah, let the prayer curses come. The point is, at least you're safe, right?
Are they?
Well, clearly, I mean,
they're already dead. They're already dead. So if they're gonna contract something, they would have done.
And if they need to die, they need to die. But here's the thing, like, for you to be able to generate 100, okay, all right, let me ask you questions. Wherever you got your facts from, they gotta borrow money. They gotta borrow money to generate 100
Nobody
million.
knows. The government just said the government is not gonna come and say we have borrowed money. It just said I've allocated X.
What's Ghana's GDP?
I don't fucking know.
Please find out. We're gonna.
What's that got to do with anything?
I'm building a case here.
Your case is irrelevant.
Building a case. What's my case relevant?
Because all you're trying to say is, if you had that kind of money, why didn't you use it before? And the point I'm trying to make to you is
no.
Something
Point
called
of correction.
funds.
Point of correction. Point of correction. If you can generate that kind of money, right, you should have been able to put in facilities that were adequate enough to get ready for any crisis that can happen. Okay, you should have been able to do that.
Okay, hold on. Would you say China's economy is better than most economies in the world? They have the highest. They have the GDP in China is ridiculous.
I don't understand what you mean. Like, what do you mean by
you know how much money China?
Wait, hold on. Ask. Let me understand your question so I know how to answer you.
Would you say China's economy is suffering? Which in the world currently, if you rate in your top 5 economies in the world, would China be up there?
It would be one of the developing economies. Yeah, you would.
You're not talking about. I'm not talking about develop. I'm talking about one of the best. If you're talking about best economies in the world, would you say China is in the top 5?
I don't know about top 5, but they'll be up there. Yeah, let's just say top 5. Yeah, what's your point? They'll be up there.
So China allocating more money to fight the coronavirus. Would you say that was a wrong move?
Why would I say that's a wrong move?
So why are you saying the same thing about
Ghana? I told you.
Like, it doesn't make sense.
It does make sense to me because I'm the one making the argument.
Of course.
It might not make sense to you because you're arguing against what I'm saying. So obviously it doesn't make sense to you. It makes sense to me because let's look at it this way. China, the virus originates from China. That's ground zero, okay? And ground zero, not knowing what's happening, obviously you're dealing with a crisis that you don't know what's happening. So you need to make sure.
Yeah, but
hold on.
I know, but let's.
I'm answering your question. Why are you trying to hold me on?
Yeah, because you don't need to move past because you said one thing before you rattle off and then we forget.
Yeah, but I'm answering your question.
No, but you said
question.
If Ghana have taken care of their economy, then they wouldn't need to put the money in to survive their.
And I told you why I said that.
So you saying China didn't invest the money and that's why they had to put it in now.
I told you why I said that. China had the facilities required to deal with this crisis.
They didn't.
But wait. They have the facility, but because the ground zero, it's like the UK, right? The UK is able to manage this thing better because they knew what China was coming with. They knew. The only mistake the UK did was the fact that they were trying to play the communists. Yeah, people still could flow through in and out. And like, you're not hearing countries like Canada having this problem because they've dealt with it. Like, you're not coming in. I don't care. You know, here in our country, America was the same thing. America thought, yeah, we could deal with this stuff and this and that and over. And America's one, actually, they're dealing with it incredibly well, even though people are still dying and stuff. Because there's a lot of people in America. But what they've been able to do now, rapidly speaking, is been able to provide more facilities for people to be able to actually get themselves tested. That's one of the things they've done, which they've done well. So why people are dying, like, for example, China, is not reporting any case of coronavirus infection anymore because they've been able to deal with it a lot quicker.
Yeah.
They're not recording it. As a matter of fact, they're now dealing with it even a lot more faster than the rest of the world is dealing with it. Like the UK, for example. The UK is still recording cases of infection where people are getting, transmitted or are passing these viruses around. I'm saying Ghana, Nigeria, any country in Africa, right? We don't have facilities. It's even a really good thing to hear that the viruses don't survive. That virus don't survive in high temperature. Because God help us if the virus can survive in Ghana, like in Italy, for example.
Again, but you are here crucifying the government.
I'm
that's
not
ensuring these things
listen. They're doing their best, but my point is, don't do your best now. Do your best all the time. The economy the government institution in Africa, especially Ghana and Nigeria, I can't speak of that. Actually, all of them, I don't care. They don't come and kill me. The point is, they always want to put the best forward when stuff happened. My point, like, if the UK did that, we would be in a lot more higher crisis than we are right now. If
spending $350 billion
because the UK always like to try and be nice, okay? You know, because when you say they're spending $100, what is the UK doing? The UK is saying things like, you know what? If you stay at home, like you just said earlier, if you stay at home, I'm gonna pay 80% of your salary because you're staying home in isolation.
What do you think? What do you think is gonna happen to all the people that the government is saying to stay home, all the market that's gonna be shut down and everything? What do you think the government's gonna do? Do you think the government's gonna just look at these people and go, "You're not gonna eat," and all this other stuff?
Well, let's look at history, Nana. History is proving to me, okay, not to the world, because I don't know what history is proving to you. History is proving to me that most of our governmental officials in these countries, Ghana, Nigeria, say one thing and do the other thing. History is proving to me that when you're talking about allocating a budget, a yearly budget, for a particular location, a state, that state is worse off than the previous year that when you allocate the budget.
Hold on.
I'm telling you, this is history that's proving this to me. Now you can disprove that.
No, we don't. I don't even. Let me say, you can have an argument about the fact that maybe this money might not be used for what it's supposed to.
I'm not. There's no maybe.
Well, it's not a maybe.
No, it's not a maybe because I'm looking at the past experiences.
Yeah, but you don't know the future. You're trying to use the past to predict the future. And that's what you're doing.
That's the best educated guesses we've got. You don't have any other educated guess. Unless you want to just pick things out of thin air and talk about it.
Something don't change.
Well, let's look at this again.
We live in a place.
Hold on. Let's look at this again. Hold on. Let's look at it again. You're right. It doesn't mean things don't change. But then you can't have the same people in power and expect them to change according to what they've done before. It's the same. Politics is changing faces, but it's the same people still in power.
No. Again, because we've seen. Look, we had a government before.
I don't even know how we turn this to politics.
You are the one that turned it to
politics. I'm happy to go down this direction.
Look, nobody's going down. Because I'm going to just say my last thing, and I'm going to just.
It doesn't look like you want to say the last thing because you could just let me say what I said and you moved on. But you made it look like I was picking on Ghana for no.
It's not about you picking on. I couldn't even care less whether you picked.
Yeah, but that's what you sounded like. You sound like you care so much.
The point I was trying to make, and at times, and that's become one of the stake. A lot of people try to bash politicians with, especially politicians from back home, without actually maybe at times trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, and then the benefit of the doubt, and then
you okay, bro? Because I think politicians are kind of smacking you in the head right now. Well, from wherever they are.
Did you doing it? Look, we have this like actor Joshua Tingo, for instance. He was on one of the shows and they were asking him about coronavirus and stuff. He's like, he doesn't even believe it, right? And on top of that, he just thinks these people are, they just wanted to use them, like they just came up with the money so that they can spend it and all this sort of stuff. Now, the problem with
it doesn't believe, because the second part I do think I agree with him on, but the first part it doesn't believe it, like.
Coronavirus, like it's not in Ghana. Well, nobody should worry. People should just go about their
coronavirus is not in Ghana.
Yeah.
So where is it? It's in China.
Like wherever it is. Okay. And he wants to show up the money. And the bad thing
he wants a share of the money.
Yeah, because
they're
just gonna go enjoy the money. The problem with those kind of statements, right? Even if the government just came up with that money to find a way to just embezzle it, even though the country has a freedom of information bill that you can go get. What I think.
I don't understand what you're saying. You're saying government allocate money and then use it for what they allocate it for. I'm asking you point blank right now. Yeah. Ghana officials, Ghana governmental institution, the government of Ghana, has there ever been a time that you can think of that they allocate money and then use all the money for that thing?
Yes.
What time is that?
We had the airport built. What they said the budget was, that's what the contract is. The airport exists. Now Ghanaians love that airport like crazy.
Oh my God.
You asked me a question.
God. I'm not saying they didn't do it. I'm not saying they didn't do it. What? I'm saying that.
We said all the money. Of course,
yeah, all the money.
When the Auditor General audited, because before you...
I think you're very naive.
No.
I think you're very naive. That's the problem. I don't even think you love your country that much.
Before...
I know you love your country that much, but I don't think you love your governmental officials that much.
No.
For you to be saying what you're saying. So I think you're just naive.
No, you know what I'm trying to say. Is there... if you have asked me, is there examples of when government?
No. I know exactly what I asked.
Of course, there's
because
more. You said have there been, and I'm telling you, there've been projects that
Yeah, but if
the project gets audited.
Wait. We both know. Unless we just want to talk for the sake of talking. We both know that the state at which the economy of especially Nigeria and Ghana is because of the way the people that are supposed to manage it are managing it. We both know that.
Yeah.
We both know that the economy that we have in Ghana and Nigeria today is ridiculous to say the least. Because we're talking about a place where people can't even afford to have a job because there's not a lot of companies in the country. We're talking about a place where government officials are having to go into schemes and briberies and stuff and do different things to be able to have a lavish life. Why a civil servant sometimes don't even get a salary? We both know that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Hold on. We both know that. So therefore, if we know that, then we know that there's definitely a lot of shady, crazy nonsense going on because there's got to be a way to allocate this money and use it and spend it. So when you tell me, when you confidently, with your voice, tell me that, they built an airport and all that kind of stuff.
A question. You see, the point is...
I did. When you confidently give me that answer,
see, the problem,
it means you probably want to go into politics
problem
yourself.
A lot of us have, especially Africans and those that live back home. The worst corporates are the people that live abroad. I know. The problem we have is, it's like, when a child is terrible, like, there's some kids that they're noted for being stubborn, right? Okay.
Politicians are not children. I get it.
Doesn't matter. I'm just giving you.
Like you want to go there.
I'm giving you an example. Okay. A child that is a stubborn kid, right? Or a child. Maybe the better example. Like a child that keeps failing at school in Africa. Like he goes in and he gets his F's and E's and those kind of stuff, right? And he comes home with a C, and then you probably cheated in the exams.
That's not what I'm doing here.
No, that's what.
That's not what I'm doing.
Whether that's what you do.
That's not what I'm doing. I'll tell you what I'm doing.
And that's what a lot of people do.
No, I'll tell you what I'm doing here. I'll tell you exactly what I'm doing here. What I'm basically doing here is the fact that I'm basically telling you this is a stupid move from Ghana. While I might say it's a stupid move, I understand why they're doing it. I get it. Okay, coronavirus is a big deal. It's a big deal across the world right now, and it's becoming a pandemic where it's like if you don't contain this stuff within your country, close your borders, and make sure that everyone within your border, everyone inside your border is safe, and everyone outside it, well, you can probably care less really, but at least you make sure that your border is covered. It could be something that could kill a whole nation. I get that part. And I know Ghana is trying their best, Nigeria, every country is trying their best. I get that part. Because look at Italy right now. They in serious trouble. But I think they've managed to contain it.
No, they haven't. It's actually terrible there.
Yeah, but I think that it's coming down. I think they still haven't
they have the highest, debt.
Yeah, they do. But
even new,
new ones are still coming up. Wow. Like, you don't want your country to ever be like that. So places like Nigeria and Ghana, I actually appreciate.
So let me put it this way: do you have a problem with the government allocating money, or you have a problem with the amount that they allocate?
I have a problem with the amount they're allocating.
So how much do you think would have been enough?
I can't answer that because I'm not a government official. I don't know what it is.
No,
I really can't.
I'm just saying. Imagine. Like,
I don't have the full facts.
Imagine.
I don't have. No, I'm telling you.
Do you think the government got the full facts?
What they're supposed to?
Where's he getting it from? Where's he gonna get it from?
You're the government. If you don't have
what's the full fact? I'm talking about the disease. No.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that, for example, your GDP, how much you have, all the subsequent.
Okay,
hold on. I'm explaining something to you.
What about? So I'm gonna give you a hypothetical. Forget Ghana. I'm giving you a hypothetical.
Why would you
you're in charge of 20 million people.
Why would you give? I don't want to give. This is a serious scenario.
Of course I'm giving.
This is a serious case in a serious scenario. I don't want you to give me hypotheticals. I'm just telling you based on what it is in terms of history and what Ghana has done.
I'm saying, what would you do? I'm asking you.
I'm not a politician. I'm not in politics.
Okay, it's good that you're an African, right? Ask me. You sound just like the pastors. I'm just a man of God, and when they fuck up, and then I'm just flesh.
As a matter of fact, flesh, I haven't got 100 million to mess up on. So but ask me anyways. Go ahead, ask me whatever.
I'm not even gonna go there with you anymore.
Oh, so now
forget it. It doesn't matter anymore.
I want to be a government official right now.
It's irrelevant.
No, because look, let me tell you what I'm saying. Let me absolutely tell you what I'm saying. Like, I get the fact that this is a serious thing that's going on right now. The whole world. I mean, you could barely watch 2 minutes of TV or listen to 2 minutes of radio without hearing Corona mentioned in some form of way or some sort. I get that. And I get that it's something we should all take serious. So when somebody, like what you were saying, somebody see on a radio station get an interview and say, I don't believe... It wasn't even
on a radio station. It was on one of the shows.
Yeah, or a TV station and say, I don't believe in coronavirus. Well, you might not believe it, but I think you should keep that stuff to yourself. Really, like I think you should. But at the same time, when government officials come out and say, I set out $100 million to be able to fight this crisis, my question to any government official is, have you tried everything first? So what are you going to use the money for? What are you bringing? You set out 100 million. Okay, cool. But it's not just setting out the money though. Like, what is you need the money for? What have you put in place to make sure that this is not going to spread? Because it's well and all good to come out and say, I put 100 million aside. But dude, if you don't close the borders and
that's what they're doing. They close.
Yeah, but you don't need money for that.
Of course, you need money for that.
No, you already have everything you need for that.
No,
you're the chief in command. You have the army. You have everything.
Yes, the army needs to be paid. If you deploy an
army, but you're already paying them monthly.
No, because
you're already paying them monthly. It's their job. So what you mean you need to pay them?
Airports go home, don't they?
Yep, dude. Nigeria, Lagos, right? The government wanted to get rid of the motorbike.
Yeah.
They didn't pay anybody. They just got rid of them. They said, at this point in time, you're not going to do this in Lagos anymore. I'm telling you the power of the government. What the government
But what happened to those people? That's the problem.
The government didn't care. In Lagos right now, they didn't care.
The government did not care. If at the airports, right, you say, okay, we're going to reduce how many flights that come into the country.
Yeah.
Which means people are not going to be able to have a job.
Yes.
So the government shouldn't care about those people.
Oh, so the government all of a sudden want to care now. That's my point, though. No. You get my point. So,
it doesn't matter when the government starts to care.
Absolutely does, because I get
So you're saying because the government didn't care 10 years ago, and like, for instance, Rwanda, 10 years ago, Rwanda, 20 years ago. 20 years ago.
It doesn't matter.
Jesus Christ. We're in 2020, so 20 years.
15 years is changing.
I'm so old.
15 years is changing.
1994, right. 1994, when Rwanda was in, having wars. Jesus Christ, I'm old. So, because at that war, Kagame was part of the leaders that was fighting the war and was killing people. Now that he's the president, why is he now trying to be a peaceful man? He should go about with a gun and start killing everybody because it doesn't matter.
I'm not saying
that's what you're saying. You're saying why are we not changing, things now?
No.
What I'm saying is, if the government was
shitty, listen to my point very carefully. I'm saying to you, right? So he had.
Let me ask my question first, and then you can answer it again. Wow, I'm asking the same question and answer it.
What's
the question I asked: does it matter what the government did in the past if they're caring about people today? Because I said if they go,
I'm gonna ask you a question a different way. If there wasn't any crisis and the government decided to get up and go, actually, we've realized that a lot of stuff we've neglected in the past. And now we want to fix it. The answer to you would be, of course it doesn't matter, because now they're changing their ways. They see what it is. Maybe a new regime is coming to play, and they want the better future for the economy, for the country, for the people of the country. I'm absolutely in support of that. But if we had to take a crisis that the whole world is dealing with for the government of a particular country to get up and say, okay, now we want to care about the people, I go, yes, of course it does, because I know you're not saying the truth. I know it's because you are probably have your own agenda. Maybe election time is coming. Maybe you're going to use this to run election. I don't know what it is because I haven't seen it yet. But I'll be extremely, very, very skeptical to go, I want to see what's going to happen. Especially when we know that the government officials of these particular countries have a history in the way they deal with tons of money, then you go, when you hear things like, say, for example, hold on, let me finish what I'm saying. For example, if the government officials come out and lay out the activities that they're going to carry out, say, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, this is what it is, and this is the budget to carry that out. You're more inclined to go, well, at least they have activities that they're going to carry out, and then they have the expenses of the activities, and the total of that is what this is. Is a lot different than government officials to just come and say, well, we're dealing with this crisis, and in order for us to be able to deal with this crisis, we've set out this amount of money. Then you go, dude, don't put a cotton over our eye, because like you set our amount of money all the time. You set our budgets every year. You don't do nothing with that though. We still in the same situation as we were 2 years ago, but the money is gone. So don't do this to us now.
You see, that's what I'm saying.
This is why I won't believe
it. Those arguments are usually weak. And look, weak. Yes, because when government says they're gonna do something, right, 90% of the time. And as much as it pains me, because like you're making me sound like one of those people.
You're about to do that. I'm not making you sound like that, because you sounded like that. Like, 90% of the time they do it.
No. See, 90% of the time something starts. Whether it finishes is another problem.
Boy.
But just shut up and let me talk.
Oh my God!
And again, as a matter of fact, this is the last time I'm actually gonna have this. I'm gonna say anything, and I'll let you say whatever you want to say about it, and I'll move the conversation past that.
Oh boy, I don't know if you're gonna be able to do that.
All I'm trying to
I really don't know if you're gonna be able to do that. But
I am. Look, all I'm gonna say is this: if you live in a country, right, and it is just a general thing about anybody that's listening, and a government have allocated a particular money. Now, whether they're gonna use the money for the right thing or not, point is, like for Ghana, for instance, with 100 million, they're telling churches not to have
dollars. By the way,
they've
it's 100 million cities. Let's be very clear. Let's be very clear on that. It's $100 million.
They're talking about, giving nurses, more money to encourage them to actually go to work instead of pulling out. They're talking about, actually, if the country needs to go to a full mode, how they're going to try and get these people in there. And on top of that, like, for instance, the Ghanaian policy now, and you have to understand that because, these things keep changing with time, of course, policies will keep changing with time. Like in the UK now, now things are changing and we're having to stay home a little bit more. They even talking about people, like any country that's had more than 200 confirmed cases, coming in. If you go in and you go a different passport, coming in, unless you got a Ghanaian passport and you're coming on. And they're talking about, quarantine. They're talking about getting more equipment to facilitate the testing. They're talking about, having different testing hubs around the country. And all these other things, right? Because we all know, and again, I'm talking to Ghanaians specifically, we all know that it's usually Accra, Kumasi that might have certain facilities, and probably even in Accra alone anyway. Unless it takes a while for you to establish some other stuff, especially people from the north. And we know around the borders.
Do you know how easy it is to do with coronavirus in Ghana? Let me tell you how easy it is to do with coronavirus in Ghana. I'm not a politician, so I will not even pretend like I know what I'm saying, like in terms of knowing what they're dealing with. But I'll tell you from my opinion. Ghana's recorded 9 cases, right? 9, maybe 10.
Apparently other people have recovered.
Close the borders. That's all you need to do. Close your border and make it airtight. So at least you would know who's coming in or who's not coming out. And I'll tell you, like, there would not be any recorded cases in Ghana. Because as we can prove right now, there are no cases in Ghana other than the cases they've recorded, right? So therefore, if you close your border and you monitor what's going on with those 9 people, and then you keep your eye out, and you spend what? You spend, like, in my opinion, you spend like $30 million to do what you're talking about, meaning that you don't want it, because the reason why I would imagine you would put $100 million down is because you're expecting the crisis to actually be beyond what it is. But prevention is always better than cure. So right now, you have 9 cases, right? Like Nigeria's report.
9 confirmed. So people, the point is we shouldn't forget that some people don't show the symptoms.
Yeah, but this is why I said allocate. If I told you go to allocate a ridiculous amount of money, allocate $10 million. The first thing you do is you stop the incoming of people into the country. That's the first thing you do.
Well, so if they're Ghanaian, you can't stop them from coming in.
No, I don't care. You stop them from coming in.
No country is going to take them. You can't, like if you had a 6 months visa and you're in the UK,
so what you
gotta go back.
Yeah, I agree with you.
The UK is
but what you do with that is, like I said, make sure it's airtight. So make sure your border is airtight and make sure no one is coming in through some road or whatever it is that no one knows about. Make sure your border is airtight, like close it out. And then the Ghanaians that are coming in, have a facility which is not going to cost you that much to make. $1 million to $2 million will do that because it's going to be in a concentrated area. So, and it's not like 1 million people are coming to Ghana within the next 2 weeks. It's probably going to be an influx of maybe 200,000 people. So $1 million to $2 million should be able to take care of that. Close that, have that place, and anybody that's Ghanaian that comes through, I don't care if they have it or they don't have it, you have to go through that process and you have to be quarantined like they do with malaria in this other side of the world. Where if you come from Africa and you show a sign of trade, they quarantine you for almost like 2 or 3 weeks to make sure you have malaria. And it doesn't cost them a lot of money to do that because they already know that the places where the malaria people could be coming from, Nigeria, Ghana, mostly any African countries. So you do that, and then you allocate maybe, I'm even saying 30, I think 30 is too much, maybe $10 to $15 million to be able to put it out there and make sure you flood it out with saying, these are the units you need to go get tested. You force people to test and flush it out. Because at the moment right now, it's not going to be a lot. But if you wait for it to be, you don't close the border, you don't make it airtight, and you wait, then in my opinion, like I said, I'm not going to pretend to understand what the government is going through, because I'm sure right now they're going through a lot. So I'm not a politician, nor do I ever want to be, because I think every politician is a liar and they all just say nonsense. I don't care what country it is. I don't care. I think politicians are liars. No one can convince me of that. No one can convince me otherwise. If you're into politics, you're a liar. Even if you're honest liar, you're still a liar. Okay. Even if you ain't stealing any money, you're still a liar. Okay. So my point is, when you look at like right now in the UK, it's probably a lot harder because UK they didn't do it on time. So now we're having recorded death of 177. Coronavirus is estimated to be between 5,000 and 10,000 people infested. And that can double up in no time because 10,000 can turn to 20. It's going to be exponential. But right now in Ghana, you don't have that scenario. So a government coming out to say they allocate $100 million to do that, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, you should even be doing you should be doing more actions than talking about how much money you have allocated. You should take actions. You should have taken action straight away, and you should take the action firm, and you should make sure that the people within your borders are well looked after. Now, that's my point, Nana. I think you should always do that anyways. This is my point. I think you should always do that anyways because that's what you get elected for. But like we know with these government officials, which we talked about all the time, cars on the road, this, that, the road are bad, the water erosion in Ghana and Nigeria, all this. So like, I'm sorry. I'm not the type that would listen to any government official coming out of Africa and think they're doing the right thing. I'm sorry. Okay, because history is showing they don't. Okay, now, they do live lavish though. The money is right though. I get that part. like the if anything, whistleblowers are now making so much money because we're seeing them bury money on the burial grounds. So people are basically blowing the whistle for us to see where the money is coming from, or it's been buried in, like all the money that they're taking where it is. So yeah, I mean, this is my own 2 cents about it, and whatever you want to say, whatever you want to say.
I said I wasn't gonna say anything about it anymore. But anyway, like Ghana is doing this thing, like they're doing a registration. There's a registration exercise going on in Ghana now. Right?
Well, right now.
Yeah, like okay. And then because the government has banned like public gathering of no more than 25 people and stuff like that.
You know what I appreciate, Anna? The fact that the government is able to take a hold on Christianity, religion. No more church on Sundays for a while, and people actually followed that.
People go Facebook, I would have thought because they go Facebook. That's all.
I would have thought that everyone, not everyone, most people in places like we come from, Ghana, Nigeria, would have attributed this to going to church and pray so they wouldn't get the virus.
Well, the people are going to the church too.
Yeah, but government officials have said no no public gathering, and people actually respecting that without brutal force being applied. That's amazing.
Because
it means we could all come together to do something.
The government already shown you that it's not an attack on Christianity by inviting all the big pastors to the to his office, and they had a huge prayer for the country. Then the next day or 2 days later, the vice president invites, because the vice president is a Muslim, he invites all the big Muslim clerics to come. So they've already shown. The guy went to Israel and brought a stone. The guy's building a cathedral.
So they just shifted
what shows you that
what I'm hearing from you is they shifted the way in which they worship now. So you might not worship physically anymore, but you can get to worship virtually now.
Yeah, they're showing you that we stole for you. It's just that we're saying be safe. One pastor tried to abuse that law, and then he found out the hard way.
Pastors would be out here praying, Ghana has the record of pastor predicting stuff. So how come pastors?
There's one of them has come out anyway, which is funny anyway. Some guy called a virgin pastor anyway. So
a virgin pastor.
They call himself virgin.
How do you prove that? Or virgin sex-wise or virgin?
Sex-wise virgin. So it was virgin.
How do
for a
you
long
prove
time.
that?
Well, he claims that he's
lying.
Sex
and, lying.
And until he got married, and then recently he got married, he has been like one child. Anyway,
that's possible.
His claim to fame was the fact that he was a virgin for a long time, because he was it was older guy when he was virgin. I think late 20s or almost 30 or something like that. Anyway, that's not even the point. Point is,
of course he could be a virgin if he's in his 20s.
Late 20s.
Yeah,
28, 29.
It's a guy.
Yeah.
It's a guy. You forget the fact that you go get it. You go beg to get it.
Dude,
maybe he's been begging and no one's giving him any attention.
At secondary school, by senior secondary school, most guys have.
I know 29 is kind of like. It's kind of like. It's kind of like. 29 is kind of like, dude. Would you seriously? You're a virgin? But yeah, you've seen the 40-year-old virgin, the movie.
Yeah, but that's a white person. That's different. Anyway, the point is this here.
All right, let me tell you something. It's not a fact, but I can almost say as a bold statement. There's a lot of virgin African boys right now.
That 40.
Not 40, but in their 20s.
No.
There would be. There would be. What? There would be. What are you talking about?
When I was in senior secondary school.
Because women like money.
It doesn't matter.
Girls like
you
money.
could go. When I was in senior secondary school, people are going to, a shower line. And Ghanaians.
Especially these Christian boys. Because religion is
they are the ones that have been desperate as well. They are the ones that also get laid quicker, because what they do is they join this SU, Scripture Union. That's what it's called in secondary school. That's where all the girls that are what we call crusade, pretending to be Christians are. My brother in Christ, my sister in Christ, and before you know, you're fingering a bit, and before you know, you're getting some. Let's not do this anyway. Look, point is this here.
I like the way you just try to skip through that.
Because the people know
I'm not going to let you get over that.
People know that's what happens.
No. Stop. I rebuke you in Jesus' name.
That's why they're the ones that get pregnant and then their mothers get scared. So every time you said you're going for choir practice, and every time you said
nah, wait. I'm saying, okay, so maybe my statement earlier was a bold statement. That's
if
kind
you said
of
they were 16,
flawed.
17, I would know in their 20s. Forget that.
You know that religion among young,
they don't give a shit.
No.
They do not give a
Facebook
shit.
Young individuals. I'm talking
any
about
Ghanaian kid that's above 16 do not. 90% of them don't give a shit about religion. I guarantee.
I'm expanding. What about Nigeria? Because
that works anyway. Your people, they are terrible. They are.
I don't think you understand how.
Look,
I don't think you understand how religion plays a huge role. And I don't mean Christianity only.
For social
I mean even Islam.
That's what I'm saying. For social status, not behind the closing. Why do you think? Well, take this country for example, right? Who are more religious than the Pakistanis and the Indians?
No,
they're the ones that get the heavenly
about we know in terms of Nigerian Ghana.
Of course, and that's what
I'm not talking about.
And that's
we keep going to that, and I probably agree with you on some cases that you're talking about.
I'm telling you, it's pretense. Look, I was an altar boy. I knew enough altar boys, and I knew what I got myself into, and I know.
But you were the child of the devil, just pretending to be son of God. You were the child of the devil, just pretending to be son of God, so you don't count. And all of the usher boys you knew don't count either. So let's not go there with you.
Pastors that in Ghana that look. Let me tell you something funny. Just this week-ish, or whenever this podcast comes out, there's a reputable so-called man of God, right? And this comfort, which you people call Babalao, we call him comfort. basically they're going into an argument about him paying his dues. He didn't pay his dues. Whatever it is.
In what way? He didn't pay the money of the tithes.
No. Yeah, you know, like when they do stuff for you about.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Got
you. Yeah.
You gotta come back and say thanks to God
because it worked. You know?
Whether it works or not, you gotta come back and say something. If it doesn't work, you gotta come. You come back and say something to him like yo, it ain't working.
No, I'm going to the next abolish.
That's how you die. Unless the abolish is a weak one here. That's how you die.
It didn't work, so I know it's fake.
Yeah, no, you come back and tell them.
But it's fake. I already know it didn't work. I already know you fake. Whatever you said to me, it didn't work.
Maybe you did not follow the rules, and that's why you die. That's why I told you, because like, let's say they told you.
Now you're being superficial.
If you're not superstitious, why did you go there to get a thing in the first place anyway?
I thought it would work. Okay, I had a friend of mine that told me there's this particular situation that you need to deal with, and I had the same situation. I went to this guy; he worked for me, so I went there. I tried it; it worked for me because it didn't work for me. So another friend told me there's another person that you could do the same thing with. You expect me to go back and go? Can I get permission from you to go meet that guy? Because whatever you did for me did not work. Is that what you want me to do?
Guy, I'll come back to my story, but I'll tell you one story. There's this other comfort called Kwaku Manu. He actually went to live in the US for a bit. Right. And you saw this video anyway.
Yeah.
A pastor tried to put that same stunt, told him that, whatever you gave me did not work. All right. And I just went and prayed to God, and that's why my church is prosperous. The guy's like, I don't give a shit. You are not doing your dues. I'm just coming there to dig my shit out. And he went to the church on a Sunday with FM station news people. Because gave the guy like a week or something to bring the thing back. He went there and he dug the guy's
I've seen the video, and it's good you mentioned it. So let's get this right. Let's put a spin on this. So a pastor to be.
No, it was already a pastor. It wasn't like to
it's
be.
It's a pastor to be, because he's like, whatever you give me didn't work, so I pray to God, and then God bless me.
No, he was already a pastor at that point.
But it wasn't working.
No, he didn't have a bigger church. What do you mean it wasn't working? He was still preaching. You don't need to have a bigger church to be a pastor.
People.
You saw a pastor.
Yeah. Okay. You're a pastor, but you're not a successful one.
If you win even one soul, the Bible says when one soul
but clearly
repents,
for this pastor, it wasn't about winning souls. It was about getting a pocket. It was about getting people's pocket, because that's where he went to the abolition. So he
went there to win souls. Okay.
Yeah. So which bring me to my point.
You didn't even let me finish my story anyway.
Okay, finish your story. But I'll remember this.
But Kwaku Manu went to get his stuff. Now this pastor, like this Okonfo, got a little bit mad, didn't it? But apparently when he was doing some of the rituals for the guy, he had some people in the house, and because at times he says when the spirit takes over him, they speak different languages, and he has to, when he comes back, he has to decipher.
Speaking in tongues, except he's not a Christian.
Yeah, so he has to come back and watch the video and then decipher, because he needs to tell you what to do when he gives you the stuff. Yeah. So he's saying so he films his situation. He does a playback, and then
he films his own trance. He's in a trance. So he films that, records it. So when he's out of his trance, he can go, the gods were speaking to me.
No, not just the gods were speaking to me, but the God said we should do X, Y, Z, because at times he doesn't speak the local language. That's what I'm
saying. The gods were speaking through me. Mm-hmm. But because I was a vessel,
I did not capture all the information.
I didn't capture all the essence of the God's presence. Oh boy, I'm even surprised myself. I'm possessed.
So the guy filmed it, and it was like when the gods came over and everything, and was doing his stuff. Even the gods apparently took over the guy as well, the pastor as well, whatever. So the pastor ended up getting naked.
The gods, not God.
Of course,
the gods. Boy, and people actually go to this guy's congregation.
Well, the pastor, or you're talking about the comfort?
No, he's not.
No, the pastor was not the one saying this. It's the comfort guy saying that. So the comfort guy's got a naked picture of the pastor.
He's right.
So of course,
because how
evidence?
How you get? Because he recorded it, right? So I mean, how much more of an evidence is that? You gonna say it's not you? Are you saying this?
So he released a guy's naked picture.
Because are you gonna say this is the Photoshop?
The guy was saying the naked picture is not him, innit? The pastor.
So you're gonna say, and I believe the guy's like, it's possible. It's actually possible.
And the guy's like, look, I haven't got a video yet, and I'll show, because they took them to the.
Yeah, you can still deny that it's not him in the video. It's possible. Like if you can deny that's not you. You could just say I was sleepwalking. It's like a relationship, right? Where your woman catch you red-handed.
But if you say you're sleepwalking, it's still you,
baby.
It's not what it is. It's not what it looks like. I can explain. It's not what it looks like. Then I can explain.
So you could do the same thing. And you go, that might look like me, but I can assure you, it's not me. It might be me physically, but my mental state of mind was away from that body. Well, you can say whatever this point.
The point was, what was I mean? Shit.
The point you were going to say was the fact that ableist people, right?
No, but I was saying that to make a point. And anyway, the story ends because people might want to know how the story ends. The story ends that this what's it called? This Okonfo guy is saying that the guy came to take stuff. The guy hadn't done the right thing. Blah blah. And now the guy also is accusing the Okonfo of stealing his car. So it's a mess.
This is, what? That's an interesting relationship.
No, he said the Okonfo guy wanted to buy a car off him.
It seems like they have a lot of history.
But the guy claims
so they can't deny they don't know each other.
The pastor said he doesn't know him. He only met him at the radio station, and then he said he wants to buy his car. And then he went to his house, and the guy just stole the car. That's their whole relationship.
I'm sorry, you didn't know him. Radio station, house. Come on.
Yeah, he came to the house to give the guy the car.
Yeah, like that's how they sell cars. That's how they sell cars in Ghana.
If you have for sale on your car, and somebody say, I saw your car, blah blah. Can I see the car? And then you tell you where to meet them in it.
Yeah, so I'm guessing he told his story.
You would have said they should meet you in the you're the one selling the car.
I'm guessing he told his story to a bunch of people that believed him, because I'm definitely not believing that.
Well, he's not begging, innit? He's not apologizing for his naked picture. This is nonsense. Of course, the guy's got videos. The guy was going to release the videos.
I'm telling you one thing. Let me tell you one thing. The thing I appreciate in this coronavirus crisis about Africans is the fact that they actually respect. This is the first time in a long time that I can see that Africans, especially West Africans, Nigerian and Ghanaians alike, are actually not turning to God.
Oh, but I just told you we are.
No. They turn it to go in a different way. Because before
TB Joshua already said.
No. I'm not talking about the pastors. This is their time to flex. They're gonna flex right now. They're gonna go. It's gonna be over within the week. They're gonna say all kind of nonsense.
TB Joshua said 27th. It's gonna rain, and the rain will wash away. There's even a Kenyan pastor.
It's gonna rain.
Yeah, there's gonna be.
The rain is gonna wash away.
Corona now.
Boy. Talk about being clueless.
Oh, now I know what I was talking about. I was talking about virgin pasta, and you made me go out.
Talk about being clueless.
He's saying the nation's prophet won.
That's clueless. That's cluelessness.
Prophet T.B. Joshua, who prayed for Jim Ike to get possessed. Who was the,
But he said he wasn't. Jim Ike said it wasn't possessed. He said it wasn't.
We saw the video.
Yeah, but he said it wasn't.
We saw the video.
Yeah, he said it wasn't.
As you said, that's why the Okonfo guy. That's why the fetish priest filmed his stuff, because when he's possessed, he doesn't know he's possessed. That's what I'm
saying.
He didn't know he was possessed. Of course, have you seen people who are possessed that don't know they were possessed? They don't.
Dude, if I'm Jim Ike, that was an acting. I was basically rehearsing for a role.
Research.
The role was about, I was going to play an actor and a scene that a pastor has to pray for me, and I have to make sure that I'm possessed. so I need to, show that in real life. Make it very convincing.
Oh, Lord.
But talk about your virgin pastor.
Let me talk about virgin pastor. So virgin pastor is saying when Ebola hit Africa, right?
Remember that was Ebola? A while back. Yeah.
God, he was the reason why Ebola, left Africa.
But he hasn't. It's just not a lot of cases.
Of course. But it's left. What's wrong with you?
But it hasn't.
It's left.
Oh my God. People need to educate people that listens to these pastors.
If it's just last year, people are dying of Ebola. I know. But it has left.
People need to educate these people that listen to these guys. What are you talking about, bro? Just because it's not what we all talk about in the news anymore doesn't mean it's not there. It's still there. It just means it doesn't affect a lot of people now.
My guy, let me even borrow your word. I'll do you one better. He said on 31st night, when he did his the 31st night, prophecies and the spirit of the Lord came onto him. Now the Ebola thing, he said that God did not tell him to come out and say the things that so he and his pastor did what they needed to do, and that's why Ebola left. So that one we give it to him.
It hasn't.
Now let's move on.
But it hasn't.
Why are you a hater anyway?
I'm not a hater. I'm just saying the fact.
Well, because we still have one case.
If you check,
are you telling me because we still have a couple of cases of polio is a thing now?
Yeah, but if a pastor comes out and then tell you polio no longer exists in the world of humanity,
yeah, and you find one polio
you
case,
turn around and go, Pastor, wait, that's not correct. Because
you found
there's
one
a
case.
Couple of cases.
Oh, come on.
Just a couple, just two.
It's insignificant.
But you can't say it's gone though,
it's insignificant.
If a pastor say, because of
something
me,
is 99,
the cases of Ebola is reduced drastically in Africa, then you can't say no to that pastor. You're going to go, look, yeah, it's actually, maybe it might be right.
The point is, if something is 99, like we say nothing is 100%, right? But if something is 99,
but the God they serve is absolute though.
Yes.
So therefore, if he says, like I'm trying to be like a pastor, but maybe let me never do that. If he says that, listen, because of me, Ebola is eradicated, then you go, the God you serve is absolute. So therefore, if Ebola is eradicated, we should not hear of any cases.
Yes, your God.
This is not
your
the
God
truth,
is absolute, but he's talking to humans. So humans, we talk about 99%.
Yeah, but he said because of him, God spoke through him. So therefore,
God had to speak through humans.
It's like Moses delivering the
yeah.
message to God's people, to the Israelites.
It won't be in English.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But he's
that's what I'm saying. So
this is what I've been told.
know by God, and it'll be in that language.
Yeah.
So
this pastor coming now,
God did not talk to him through that language. God
so he didn't listen to God.
No,
he didn't understand God.
He had to translate.
He didn't understand God.
He had to translate.
So how do you know that whatever is translated is actually the right thing?
Because he doesn't understand God.
It's like the other guy that was in a trance that recorded himself, and then when I have to go back and listen, so I'll be able to know.
To translate.
I don't even know who listens to these people. Because these people. Because first of all, if you go in a trance and you don't know what's going on, and you have to record yourself to then translate what you be saying, then you could have said anything.
Because the gods are with him. What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh my God.
He walks around with the gods. Are you the one walking around with the gods?
I won't even pretend to talk about God is working in me.
Okay then.
Because I'm not a pastor.
All right.
I'm not an herbalist.
Anyway.
Virgin pastor. Yeah.
So his 31st prophecy 19, what's it called?
So he's eradicated Ebola in Africa.
Yeah, so that one
Ebola is gone.
But that one God
because it's him. It's not a scientist, and it's not a group of people
talking about scientists.
Yeah,
are you mad?
Are you bunch of doctors that died?
Do you know what he went through?
It's him.
But the point is, the Holy Ghost,
mansion,
the Holy Ghost, he's not even a mansion anyway. He's a broke guy. Yeah, made it like
give him some time.
yeah. It's a car though.
It's got a car. Yeah, it is nice car.
He's coming up
to God.
It's on the outcome. It's on the up.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Anyway, but the Holy Ghost did not tell him to go out there and brag about it or put it out there. So that's why he didn't say anything.
Okay, we get it. But Ebola is gone. Yeah.
So Ebola, he dealt with Ebola,
which is not the case, but it's gone.
Stop being a hater.
I just thought I should point that out. But it's gone. It's gone.
He took Ebola into the ring, and within 4 rounds, Ebola was out. Boom. Now, come 2019.
Ebola has always been there.
2019, yeah. December 2019, late 2019, he's out here. He gets into the spirits, and God reveals to him 3 things which are important. Just shut up and listen. Wait. He said something was going to happen. He didn't say coronavirus. He said something was going to happen in China. He said something was going to happen in the UK. He said something was going to happen in the US. And then boom, Kobe Bryant dies. He claims that was what God reveals to him. Something happened in the US. And then boom, in the UK, when we had the Streatham stuff in London. Remember that guy that was trying to stab some people in boots in Streatham?
Oh my God.
So that was the stuff. And then the moment he put
boom,
he posted the China one on his WhatsApp status. Boom, 1 week later, China coronavirus. And then the Lord revealed to him again. The Lord is going to cure us. But we need to do something for the Lord.
Is that
because the Lord,
is that every human being or just a group of human beings?
Well,
like China needs to do something for God.
No. They have to do something for God through him. I'm going to tell you why we need this from us for the coronavirus to go.
God is going to cure us.
Because it's a pandemic, isn't it? It's around the whole world.
So everybody have to do something for God, right? Or just a group of people.
You know what I'm trying to say?
I get what you're trying to say.
However we do it, it doesn't matter.
Information.
I'm giving. That's why I'm giving it to you.
Okay. Cool.
Because I took the time and I listened to the man of God.
I think you.
And I'm trying to share. I'm trying to.
That's what I think you listen to.
People go live abroad and they don't believe in God anymore.
I believe in God.
See what the white people do.
Oh, listen. I believe in God.
Just shut up and listen to what the man of God spoke.
I like to believe I'm a Christian. But not that kind of Christian.
But anyway, let's listen to the man of God, Virgin Pastor, what he said.
Yeah, no, let's listen to the Virgin
Pastor. As a matter of fact,
I don't know
I'm actually going to play him and then you can listen to him yourself. That would be more funnier. Like,
where'd you get this information from? Like, I don't get it. Like, there's so many pastors. Why you pick on the Virgin Pastor? There's so many pastors now. Why do you choose to talk about the Virgin Pastor?
TB Joshua said, he's gonna. TB Joshua said he's gonna get this thing done. Done on 27th anyway.
27th. TB, it's got a week.
It's gonna rain.
It's going just
and then
about.
You're gonna get it done.
So on the 27th, it's gonna rain. Is that all around the world or just?
I don't know where it's gonna rain. It is specified.
These things have to be specific, so we'll be able to know. We need to get this specific.
If I was doing one-on-one interview with him, I would have asked him.
Is that going to rain everywhere in the world, or just
listen?
To give the word. That I am here today to give the word solution and cure for the coronavirus.
Okay, the word
man of God.
Solution cure.
Reveal this virus, this disease to me. I prophesy about it, and the following week it come to pass. Because I said, let us pray for China, because we are coming to see something which is very strange there. That same day I prophesy about America and UK. All of them has come to pass. And today, God has given me the solution. This is the solution.
Okay.
I am an apostle of Christ.
Okay.
My instrumentalists are ready. My crusade team are ready. My pastors are ready.
Okay.
My life band is ready. When we
get to it.
To host crusade, or when men of God come out to host crusade, and the 7 words that God has given to me, when they spread it on crusade platform, coronavirus will vanish away by the power of the Holy Ghost in the name of Jesus.
What's the crusade about? He said the 7th crusade. What is it about? I don't get that. He said everything, but I don't get what basically the solution is.
Basically, and again, for people who want
to going to translate for the guy that just spoke English?
No, there's more to it. But of course, I'm not gonna say it. You talked for like half an hour. We're not gonna say it and then let him talk for half an hour. So if you want to go check it out, he was being interviewed by a Ghanaian actor called Kwaku Manu, and the guy is called Virgin Pastor. You can go Google him. As a matter of fact, I'll be nice to you people. I'll put a link in our description.
I think his profile just gone up.
Anyway, let me. He's saying like for 2 years he's had his band and everything, and he wants to go preach the word of God in Ghana. Okay, but he hasn't got money to
band on what on his status of traveling. On his status as traveling, it got banned or
no.
It's got band that plays. That's not a pastor. That's a musician.
No. It's not him. He's like, when you go to preach, people to do worship, praises. So he's got everything together, right? He's got the instruments, he's got everything, but he hasn't got a car, like a big truck, like those Kia trucks.
So this guy's a sales guy.
Would you let me just say that?
Basically, he wants the world to buy a van for him.
Are you
That's basically what he's trying to say. It wants the world to buy a van for him to be able to go around.
You need a truck. A van is small. You need a truck.
You need a truck.
Yeah.
So this guy's a salesman.
He's selling, of course, he's peddling gospel. He's selling the word of God.
No, he's selling himself.
So if we gave him the truck and he and his pastors go around.
When was this recorded?
When?
Yeah, when did he record? When did
just last week's interview.
Also, so has he got the truck? Or has he at least got enough money close to getting a truck?
This is where the Christians are not doing the right thing. And that's why I said the Ghana government, of course.
So they're not giving him money.
Yes. We are allocating 100 million. The truck don't cost even up to 20,000. We don't even need to buy him. We don't even have to buy him one. We could rent one for him for the whole time he goes to preach. And after he finishes preaching, we are free, because he said the moment he mounts the platform,
so basically,
and he and his pastors preach.
I mean, what's the population of Ghana?
30 mil.
30 million. How much is the truck?
Well, even buying one. No, but forget the Ghanaian people. The government have already allocated.
Forget the government. You ain't gonna do that. The government ain't that religious like that, up to that level.
He's building a cathedral.
Yeah, that's the level that the government is religious up to, not to his level. That's what I'm saying, not up to that level.
All right, okay, the Christians listening to this, right? A truck in Ghana.
Prophesy, not,
a truck.
On this podcast.
It costs less than
we're not about to support that crap. We're not about to support that.
Are you not scared of coronavirus? Do you not believe in the Lord?
Why would you even ask me that? Am I not scared of coronavirus? Yes.
Yeah, but the guy's trying to kill us.
I'm more scared of this guy than coronavirus itself right now. I mean, here comes a guy talking about the fact that it's going band together. Okay, that sounds to me like a musician.
2 years ago. 2 years. For the last 2 years.
It could have been 50 years ago. I could get less. It's band together. All right. So it's never trying to go, I've got my band together and yeah, we're going to play something. So we can all pray and then cure the coronavirus like T.G. Joshua did, right? Said 27th is gonna rain. Now the specificness of that we don't know yet, because he says it's gonna rain. It's gonna rain only in Nigeria, and if it rains in Nigeria, it's only gonna rain in Lagos. Where you don't, or is it gonna rain the whole world? Like, he said it was gonna rain. It's gonna rain where? It could rain in Amazon. Does that help us? I don't know. Where is it going to rain? I don't know. But at least he was definite, right? But here comes this guy.
And he gave a date, 27.
That's what I'm saying. It was definite. It's going to rain on 27. And they told the specificness of it, which makes it very ambiguous, by the way. Because obviously on the 27, it must rain somewhere, some point. So all he needs to do is get his Google map up, and then he's going to see the weather forecast.
Even when, the Lord revealed to him that Trump was going to lose the election, and he put it out there, and then Americans went to pray. Okay. Trump won the election. So don't take T.B. Joshua as a mere person.
You're going to sidetrack me, but I like that. I like the way he did this. So he prayed and God revealed to him that Trump was going to lose the election. Right? This is Joshua we're talking about, by the way.
Wait, it's not Prophet T.B. Get the name right.
Yeah, Joshua then. Cool. T.B. Joshua, but Joshua. Okay?
Prophet
not Anthony Joshua, the boxer. I believe the boxer more than I believe this guy. I don't know why right now. But, so, the American public went to pray to the same God. Okay?
Yeah.
But for some reason, the American public, God listened to them. But God didn't listen to T.B. Joshua.
Why? T.B. Joshua didn't pray to God to let Trump lose. He just revealed to him what the results was going to be. That's what, before the election.
Oh, so he didn't.
He just saw what was going to happen in the future. And he just came out and said, the Lord revealed that So the people that wanted Trump to win went to the Lord. Like the guy that was going to die and then went to God and said, I don't want to die. And then God added more years to his life. They went to God. And when they went to God and cried, and then they begged God that Donald J. Trump to win the election.
Let's do this way. Let's do this. It's fine. Let's get a guy a van.
That's what I said. That's what the appeal I was trying to make. That the Christians, you should help out. A van won't cost more than $2,000.
Let me tell you something. Faith, belief, and religion. And I say that in that order. Or I could even reverse it backwards. Religion, belief, faith. Because you have a religion, you believe in something, and then you have faith of what you believe in coming true. Okay? That's something as a human being you can't mess with, right? You really can't. But it doesn't stop you from looking at this stuff and going, who's listening to this? Like, it doesn't stop you from doing that. But then when you do that, you then realize that there's nothing logical about this. Because with faith comes you believe in something you don't see. So this guy said it took him 2 years to put a band together. We don't know that's a fact. But we know it's got a band because he believed he was going to put a band together. He believed it took him 2 years. His regular said, dude, are you sure it's 2 years? Because, it took him 5 years. You know that guy quit? You have to go get him. It took him 5 years to get here. But to him, they believe it's 2 years. But he did have faith that he was going to have a band. Now he has faith. He's going to get a van.
He keeps saying a van. He want a truck.
Oh, sorry.
A truck. A care truck, to be precise.
Truck. Now, here's the thing. Here's the reason why this is illogical, but in its entirety, is illogical. So he wants to get a truck for the coronavirus thing, to pray to go around.
To go preach the word.
To pray, to go around, to preach, whatever.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. He probably won't get this truck in between this whole crisis. But he will get a truck, though. But then when he does get a truck, it's going to say, well, guess what? God's time is the best. I believed in God to give me, he revealed to me. He's going to say whatever he wants to say, yeah, see, I got a truck. T.B. Joshua is doing the same thing. God revealed to me that Donald Trump was going to lose. But then the American public, which a lot of them are not Christian, by the way, prayed to God and Donald Trump won. Well, here's the thing. If Donald Trump have lost, he only said, I told you, God revealed to me.
It's a win-win situation. So, whichever way you swing it.
Whichever way you swing it, like, these guys are really good. Like, again, religion, belief, faith. Okay, like, it's something that is not touchable. You can't touch it. So, if you don't believe in it, the best thing for you to do is to stay away from it.
Well, that's why.
And guess what I'm doing? I'm staying away, bro.
And that's why I said
I'm far away.
My guy, that's why I said for the Christians, because they are the ones that believe in this guys. They share the same belief with this guy.
Don't go. Okay. They will get him the van.
So I'm saying should.
The truck. They will get him the truck.
You keep saying van. He's not gonna. They're going to give him a van anyways. He's going to tell them this is not doable.
He's going to tell God, listen.
This is not what God said.
Van, but I still need a truck.
Yeah, but that's not what God said. It would be like when Saul went to war and then he came back. He said kill everything and came out with the fattest calf.
I don't know, man.
Now before we go, there's the thing here. There's the one thing I would say. This is how you know that this guy, is a hardcore. I'm gonna let the people take care of this situation. I'm not gonna be the one here. This guy said he has a saloon car, and he's got a small van. That's why I said he doesn't need a van. A small van. But this guy is not ready to sell his car, to sell the van, to combine that money to buy a truck.
God didn't tell him to do that. What?
God said he should go preach. God didn't tell him to get a van. He said God said he should go preach. But the reason why he hasn't gone to the crusade is the fact that he hasn't got a way to transport his equipment. As if you can't go turn up and just use your voice.
To sell his trucks or his van.
Why didn't he just turn up and just use his voice?
Yeah, religion, belief, faith. That's why. That's why.
People, this is what I'm gonna say.
That's why.
Stay safe out there, and please, if you're self-isolating and you got a girlfriend or you got a wife, this is not the time to get them pregnant. We know you people here. Like, if you're not ready for,
time to get them
if you're not ready for a kid, don't
because you
have
never
one.
know when it might be your last, so you leave your seed in there.
Hey, why he's talking up on all these what's it called? Toilet trolls and all these.
I don't know the relationship between toilet trolls and coronavirus.
I know.
I really don't get this. It's like an epidemic in itself. like people are now toilet trolls.
What I say is talk up on your condoms as well.
No, I mean no. Just
and you gotta do you.
Just do your test, ladies. If your mind's been slipping around, this is the time to. I saw an article that says. Like a joke, not an article that says, ladies, I don't know about you, but coronavirus is the time. I know your man just want to shock up, but it's the time to bring up topics that he doesn't want to talk about. Because guess what? It won't go anywhere.
But doesn't have to talk to you though.
Yeah, but that's what the girl was implying. Like, ladies, this is the time to talk about the topic he doesn't want to talk about because he doesn't have anywhere to go. So even if he doesn't want to talk to you, he's in the house with you. He's going to be forced to talk. So this is the time to bring up topic your man really cool wants. Because before, whenever I bring it up, he wants to run out, right? But now he knows there's a real chance of him getting something that he doesn't want to get outside. So he has to stay indoors with you.
That's how he moves to his mom, innit? And his mom tends to be the side chick, and you be the one that's
but if his mom is old enough, he doesn't want to, because old people and young people die, and if you care about,
I tell you, he was going to his mom. I just said that's how he moves out with his mom, but then he actually is his side chick. Anyway,
oh cool. But I don't know how to do with that.
Hey, stay safe out there. I think we'll pull through this. We'll pull through this.
I don't know because like right now
we'll be fine.
Of course, we'll be fine.
The
planet will be fine. I don't know about us, because clearly we are the cancer to the earth.
We shall overcome.
We will always overcome.
One day.
We will always overcome.
Hey, I think by the end of this month, according to TB Joshua's prediction, we'll be good.
And if we're not good,
then we got to buy Virgin Pasta. What's it called? No, a truck.
No, TB Joshua will still be good.
Hey,
because he's going to tell us something else to do.
Of course, the Lord always reveals anyway.
You know what I mean? Religion, belief, faith. But people, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, for this coronavirus, we didn't really touch too much into it, but it's a serious thing. It really is. But like everything, I mean, Ebola was serious. We dealt with it. Before that, the flu was serious. Chickenpox was serious. There's a lot of stuff was serious. It's been estimated that there's 1.5 million virus that we know nothing about that could actually become an epidemic when it comes out. So, boy, we got a real real situation in our hands, and obviously technology is doing its best, but there's still more that can happen in the future. So at this point in time, yeah, I guess if you have faith and believe and you're a very religious person, then do what you need to do because it's probably working for you. But if you don't, or you do and you still want to listen to the scientists, just do what they're saying. Wash your hands, keep close distance, stay far away enough, keep long distance between people, stay away from older people in your house and even younger people.
Yeah, actually.
Some of us don't care about this stuff, but at the same time, we do care enough about it to know that you have to not use the way you think to affect other people because you never know. People's immune system are different. Mm-hmm. Some people are not dying from this stuff and some people are. So even if you don't have it, stay away from your loved ones because you never know.
Yep.
Because you might not show symptoms and then you start showing it. And then by the time you realize it, through you, all your bodies, all your loved ones, including your wife that you've been shacking up, including the side chick, including the side chick of the side chick. Every one of them has got it because you decide not to stay away. Okay? So stay away, listen to the public. And I'm very proud of Africans, actually. I'm really proud. I'm really proud that on Sunday, they were able to set it aside not to go out because of coronavirus. Because I would have thought the opposite. I would have thought that's when everybody would go out and start praying, kneeling next to each other and doing what they do best. But apparently, that's not the case. So I'm proud of that. I'm really, really proud of that. I'm not proud of the fact that the Ghana government is saying 100 million aside to do it, though. But hopefully, let's just say I'm wrong and I use the money for good use. But people, that's my own 2 takes about it. I don't want to say 1 take because I went too long. So that's my 2 takes about it. And up until next time, let's hope by this time next week, when we're back on, it would be a different scenario. Okay? Thank you so much. Up until next time, peace.